Hi everyone, Jess here, and today I'm joined with Tzioufas. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. So firstly, we know expectations are constantly evolving, but what do you see as the future of customer experience?
You know, the airlines are going through a pretty significant pivot right now. The fact is, the airlines all want to be retailers, but to be a retailer, you have to have a customer experience that matches modern standards of retailing. You have to be able to create, offers that are compelling, that are sticky. You have to really understand and know your customer. You have to be able to, transverse through that internet booking engine in a way that is effective and quick and provides value for the customer. So the customers today are demanding, curated experience tailored to them, of high value, that are easy to assemble, and the whole transaction has to be up to modern standards. When you think about folks that want to buy this way, they think about how quickly they could find and get a great recommendation on Amazon, for instance, and get a great product, right? Or how they interface with some of the other things in their lives, like maybe their banks or whatever, right? So this is the new level, and we're behind as an industry, and everybody understands that in order to become a retailer, to make more money, to enhance their revenue channels, to create new revenue channels, they have to make that experience much better, much more modern.
Like you say, since the industry is lagging in this respect, that also opens up an opportunity for differentiation in such a competitive market. So the airlines that are able to provide this new service that's aligning with the expectations that we're seeing change. And then if we think about how the industry can start meeting these expectations, what technologies are going to be the pivotal ones?
Well, think about what the airlines already know about you as a customer, right? They know where you travel. They know how often you travel. They know the class of service you prefer. They know how many people go with you. They know whether you have a pet. They know, do you go to sunny places, or are you primarily a business traveler? There's an immense amount of data. In fact, I would argue that the airlines know more about their customers. They have more data about their customers than most any other business. But they haven't been able to somehow leverage all that to create these curated experiences and these offers that we're talking about. So, you've probably heard this a million times in what you do, but in comes AI. And what is AI? AI has the ability now to look and learn from all this data that's very rich for the airline. So for first time ever, the pivot with AI allows them to take all that information and do what the customer wants. Really understand the customer, offer them something that's curated for them, and be accurate in doing it, right? Versus just spamming crazy offers or something that doesn't make sense to them. All that data allows them to do it. So AI and machine learning is pivotal. I can't remember the number off the top of my head. It's some very large number about the value that AI will bring as airlines now become full retailers, where they're not going to try to just sell you a flight. They're going to sell you everything else, and the margin, the ability to make money on everything else, is even greater than the flight. So I think that's a very pivotal. And obviously, they have to modernize. They have to start thinking about cloud computing, becoming more efficient, making sure their reaction times on the internet booking engine, for instance, is instant. People want instant now. They have to wait to go to somewhere else. So it's a combination of infrastructure modernization with cloud computing and things of that nature, and making sure that it's very, very fast in the interactions. But more importantly, it's about leveraging all the data that they have on you to make your experience better for you and more profitable for them.
Absolutely, and AI is going to play a key role in sifting through the data.
Absolutely, can't do it without it.
Yeah, so what we're hearing, a big thing we've been hearing a lot this week, is that there's a surplus of data almost, and it's hard to see the wood for the trees, but once we get around that, we can really leverage it to deliver this personalized or hyper-personalized experience. So when we're thinking about modernizing, our industry is one that feels the effects of outdated technology. What are the first steps that airlines should be making to stay competitive in the market?
Yeah, I think we're living in a great time right now, because as I travel, as I talk to leadership in the airlines and in hospitality and other travel business, every single person understands that they're kind of caught in this legacy environment. They're caught in, rigorous data formats, rigorous workflows. These are legacy constructs that served them well for a very long time. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with them. It's just now that they have to go beyond that in order to do everything we just talked about. So, the next steps are obvious. It's not a matter of like if, it's a matter of when everybody's going to go into a full order offer management system, beyond the legacy passenger systems. But it can't be done overnight. Nobody's going to wake up one morning, snap their fingers, and go from PSS to an OMS, from PNR to order. But there's a way where there's a transition that allows you to start thinking about these new technologies and implementing them in a low risk, high value way to get you there, to get the experiences that we just talked about, but at the same time allow you to still have access to legacy environments, because you're going to need them, right? Every airline code shares or interlines with another airline. Some airlines are going to be more progressive than others, so they can't leave everybody behind and not have any alliances or partnerships. All the experiences that they're trying to curate, there's all those other systems there that you have to integrate with. So it's going to take some period of time, but the transition is available today. There are technologies that allow you to have legacy adapters, if you will, to still go into the previous technologies, but allow you to slowly take some of your orders, some of your traffic, some of your business into the new domain. And then over time, more and more goes to the modern infrastructure, less and less goes to the legacy infrastructure. And whether it's 3 years, whether it's 5, and some airlines might take 10, you're there. And it's a low approach. It's a low risk approach.
So it's not going to be overnight, but we are heading in that direction.
Well, it's never overnight with enterprise systems, right? You don't just do that. So yes.
And then thinking about events like Aviation Festival Americas, how do they help to drive innovation?
I think these events, like this one, World Aviation Festival, we were just talking about that a little bit. They bring everybody together. They bring innovation together. Again, the airlines are not the most progressive, fast-moving companies, and hearing from their peers who maybe are a little ahead of them, what they've done, it's like everything else. Everybody who's a trailblazer faces more adversity than everybody who kind of waits, but then everybody who's a trailblazer gets the value sooner. So I think these events kind of bring all that together. People understand what their peers, their competitors might be doing, and it creates comfort. And the other thing is, it also, there's a lot of sharing going on. Like there's best practices going on. There's learnings that happen, and I think for the next, especially the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, these events are going to be pivotal, because I keep using this word pivot because I feel strongly about it. This is a pivot to the next generation systems for the airlines, and having it be discussed, displayed, shared is going to be wonderful. And these events do that.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining me and sharing your insight.
Thank you for having me. Great to meet you.